Welcome to the Junior Parent Information presentation at Yorktown High School. The purpose of this presentation is to provide communication with parents of current juniors to assist in senior year preparation. The information contained in this presentation can be readily found at the YHS guidance page and through various other internet resources. The communication provides basic information. Additional investigation is encouraged. This slide provides a snapshot of communication from the YHS Guidance Office to students and parents over the years regarding college planning preparation. During the junior year, students were provided information during homerooms. We also had a parent registration meeting early in the spring semester, and we are having junior parent night to cover this presentation. Next year, seniors will also continue to receive information in homeroom. There will be a senior information video that families will be able to access. Individual student meetings will take place as needed, and financial aid night will take place in January or February during the senior year. Tonight, we are going to provide some information to help juniors and family members jumpstart into the college application process. We will cover the college application frequently asked questions, such as, when do I start? Where do I start? How many places should I apply? Online or paper? What do I need? And what does the process look like? When do I start? Researching colleges has been encouraged all along the way. We start this in middle school, but with a more targeted focus during PCC class in 9th grade. Spring of the junior year is when additional research needs to happen in order to narrow the list of potential schools. Taking the SAT or ACT during spring of the junior year is also encouraged. Finish the year strong, as junior year grades are the most important grades showing on the high school transcript during the college application process. Visit campuses. The summer before the senior year, begin writing essays. Not all colleges require an essay, but some do, and it's best to start that process early. Begin your applications in the summer, and also continue to visit campuses. Where do I start? There are so many tools available on the internet. One very helpful tool is Big Future College Search that's located on the College Board website. At this site, you can access many different schools and their admission requirements. You can also narrow your search of schools by indicating preferences such as size, location, residential, or commuter, and so on. Another great source of information would be the actual website for the college itself. How many applications? This is a great question because many students will choose to apply to only one, maybe two colleges. YHS encourages that students apply to 3 to 5 colleges. College Board recommends 5 to 8. Basically, we're looking for you to fill the categories listed below. A safe school. This is a school that you are sure you will be admitted to once you have applied. You should choose at least one safe school. A reasonable school. It is reasonable to think that you would be admitted to this school. You should choose at least one in this category. A reach school. It's possible that you do not meet the average admission criteria for this school, but you would still like the chance to be able to attend. You should choose one school in this category as well. Online or paper? Which type of application should you fill out? Really, this depends on the college preference. You will know which the college prefers when you go to the website and you click Apply. It will either bring up an online application or a paper version for you to print. You should follow the preference of the college. A couple of other options for online applications are the Common App and SendEDU. SendEDU and Common App are online tools which allow you to submit most of your basic information one time to several different schools. You still need to provide the application fee for the individual schools every time you apply. However, you usually only have to enter your information one time. What do I need? This is basically the anatomy of a college application. You will need your high school code, which the YHS school code is 153890. This is also referred to as a CEEB code. You will need a copy of your transcript for your own reference. This does not have to be an official copy of a transcript. This can be one that you pull off of your Parchment account as a self-view. You will, however, need an official transcript requested through Parchment to be sent directly to the school you are applying. You will need to send your SAT and/or ACT scores to the school that you're applying. You will need to do this directly at the SAT or ACT provider website. You may need to provide an essay. Not all schools require an essay, but some do. Letter or letters of recommendation. This is the same as an essay. Not all schools require a letter of recommendation. Some will, however. In order to get a letter of recommendation, you should ask an adult who knows your work performance well. This could be a coach, a teacher, maybe even an employer. You will want to ask someone if they're able to write a strong letter of recommendation for you. You should consider giving them a copy of your senior resume or your brag sheet so that they can write the correct information in their letter of recommendation. You will also need to allow them enough time to compose the letter. Usually 3 weeks before the due date is a good time to ask. Make sure you also provide them with what they need to do with the letter once it's finished. Should they return it to you in a sealed envelope? Should they send it on to the school or scholarship that you need it sent to? They need to know this information so that they can help you in the best way possible. An application fee. Most schools do have an application fee for every application that you send in. Some schools do not. Ivy Tech, for example, has no application fee. Some schools will do promotionals. They will send you a direct mailer that says if you apply to our school, then the application fee is waived. If you're interested in that school, then we recommend that you go ahead and take advantage of that. If you are a 21st Century Scholar or a part of the federal free or reduced lunch program, you may receive waivers for up to 5 schools. You will need to see your guidance counselor to access these waivers. A secondary school report or counselor form is usually required with your application as well. Some schools have a form that you can print out from their website. However, that will not be necessary. Most schools who are members of the Parchment system automatically pair a secondary school report with your transcript request. Once you've requested your transcript through Parchment, make sure to follow up about a week after you've made that request to make sure that the transcript has been sent and that a secondary school report has been sent on your behalf. You may do this by logging into your Parchment account and checking the history. If you're unable to find this information, please come to the guidance office. The secondary school report requires that guidance counselors fill out information about your senior year course schedule for the entire year, your GPA, your class rank. Sometimes it asks for the number of courses that you've taken in an honors or an AP program. In addition, some schools require that the guidance counselor provide narratives. Sometimes they will ask about academic performance, any special circumstances that have impacted the student or the student's academic performance over the past few years, and maybe any additional information that the guidance counselor feels is important to share with the admissions committee. The guidance counselor gains this information and insight by having a copy of your senior resume or brag sheet. This slide shows a visual of the college application process. On your left, you will see the big circle says Search. And as I'd mentioned before, this starts in the middle school, but really all throughout the high school years, searching for which school is going to be the best fit for you is important. The next step is take the test. Make sure you've taken the SAT and/or ACT by the time you return for your senior year. Select 3 to 5 schools in which to apply. Then the next step is apply. Make sure that you request your transcript at Parchment. Also make sure that you follow up and respond to any requests that are made from the school regarding your application process. Some additional helpful information that we feel we'd like to share would be information about paying for college, future student athlete information, and some information about getting your credit for dual credit and AP courses. How do I pay? There are many ways to pay for college, including student loans. Most folks know about student loans, so we'll cover some other areas today. Scholarships. The YHS guidance page has a lengthy list of scholarships that are made known to us through outside agencies. Those scholarships get updated as we receive the information. Feel free to familiarize yourself with the listings this year as you prepare for next year. The YHS guidance page also has a link to online search engines. These are very helpful because you are allowed to provide some additional information to help search for scholarships that meet some of your unique qualities and attributes. Be sure to never give out your Social Security number when you are searching or applying for a scholarship. In addition to scholarships, federal and state grant money may be available to pay for college. In order to access this money, you must fill out a FAFSA, a free application for federal student aid. In December of the senior year, you will need to request PINs, one for the parent and one for the student. If there is an older sibling already attending college and the parents already have a PIN, they may use that PIN and not request a new one. However, the new student needs to request their own. In January or February of the senior year, you will need to file the FAFSA. You must file on time. The deadline for the state of Indiana's filing is March 10th. Some schools do have an earlier deadline. Be sure to check with your college to see what their deadline is for filing the FAFSA. Attend the YHS Financial Aid Night. YHS invites a financial aid officer from Ball State University to come to our campus and talk to families about financial aid. Future college student athletes. Here are some quick tips for families. Be sure to register at the appropriate site, whether it be NCAA or NAIA. Be familiar with the rules. There are so many rules and they're changing so often for student athletes. If you have an older child who's a student athlete at a college, it is highly likely that the rules have changed for this child. Please make sure that you're familiar with those rules. Make sure that you also meet all of the deadlines set forth by the NCAA, NAIA, etc. Remember, applying to be a student athlete and meeting the requirements of the NCAA, etc. is not the responsibility of the coaches, the athletic director, or the guidance office. It is the responsibility of the family. Please feel free to ask when you have questions. We understand that this can be an overwhelming process. Getting college credit from your dual credit and/or AP courses. Here's how. If you earned a C or better in your dual credit course while at YHS, you have transcripted college credit that you may be able to transfer to your institution. If you score a 3 or better on an AP exam, you also could be granted college credit at your institution. To see how these credits and scores translate to courses at your institution, please visit transferin.net. Once you have completed your dual credit courses at YHS, you may request the transcript from your college that provided the dual credit course. That college transcript will need to be sent to the college you plan to attend. With AP scores, you will need to request your scores from College Board be sent to the college you plan to attend. Make sure that you follow up with your registrar's office at your college to see if your earned dual credit or AP credit gets placed on your transcript. Thank you for joining us. Please contact the YHS Guidance Office if you have any further questions.